Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about boutonnieres. Okay, so my name is Lania and I am the owner of LGS Brooch Bouquet. I used to do brooch bouquets in the past and I loved it, had fun, but I decided that I would scale back on doing brooch bouquets just because it was a lot of work. But I actually love doing arts and crafts, so today we're going to talk about the boutonnieres that I did. Now, first of all, when I started these boutonnieres, I was actually at a wedding show, or planning to go to the wedding show, and I was making my brooch because I was asking my husband, do you think that the guys will like boutonnieres? And he was kind of like, well, maybe, sorta, kinda, yes. So I made a couple of them and I showed it to him and he was like, they're beautiful, why didn't you do that for our wedding? And I felt like I didn't really have the confidence to actually do the boutonnieres for our wedding, but because I had this burst of confidence to the brooch bouquets, I said, why not do the boutonnieres? And they were well received from the guys because they were like, well, I want to bling out just like my wife, you know, not outshining the bride, of course, but they wanted to have a little bit of bling, and I felt like it was a good balance between the guys and the girls. So these are some of the boutonnieres that I did, and it's a good idea. Also, they're not going to be as expensive as if you did went with a florist. A boutonniere could cost something like $15 to $20, and if you have a bridal party of groomsmen of probably like about 12, that's a lot of money. So if you could actually make these flowers yourself and do these boutonnieres, you're gonna be spending something like around $150, or probably not even $150, probably something like about $50 to be very honest, because a lot of times you could get the buttons in packs because we are using buttons. Okay, so without further ado, let me show you the boutonnieres that I made for the bridal show. The first boutonniere that I made that I felt like, and these colors are not very pretty, so don't crucify me, but they were just pretty much, you know, what I thought was the ribbons that I had, so I just made them. Okay, so this is the first boutonniere that I did. I don't know if you could see it. I guess it would be smart if I just pin it up there and describe it to you, and that's what I would do. So this was actually the first boutonniere, one of the first boutonnieres that I did. So this is it right here. If you could see, there's a button right in the middle, and that's the bling. Also, there's a rose flower ribbon that I made. These are the leaves, and obviously they're fake. And these are beads just to give it more of a bling, and this is the stem. I curved it around just to make it fancy. Now this button is not very bling, it was a little bit cheaper. I didn't use an expensive button, but if you want, you could also use a really expensive button and it will actually look really pretty and really nice. You could actually even use Swarovski crystals. Now Swarovski crystals will have holes where you could actually put the wiring in there and have a really nice bling factor more than the buttons. So this was actually one of the first ones I used. Now this is a ivory ribbon. You could use coral, you could use blue, you could use whatever color your wedding is, whatever your wedding colors are. Go ahead and use that, but this, I just use that because that's just what I had. But this is actually one of the first types of boutonnieres that I made that my husband thought was really cute. Okay, so the second one I'm gonna show you is more so of a rustic feel to it, and it's basically the same thing. I just used a different ribbon. This was more burlap, and the stem is actually straight. It's the same leafing and the same beading and the same button actually. But if you are doing like a rustic wedding and you wanted to have that burlap look, this is actually a good alternative to actually go with the theme and actually have it looking really pretty, especially if you're doing a brooch bouquet and your theme has a lot of burlap in it. Okay, the second one that I did that actually had burlap in it as well. Well, not really burlap, but it had that rustic feel to it. Ow! I actually pinched myself. Yeah, okay. Hold 1 second, 1 second. Okay, so this was the second one that I did that had, I actually used, it's not burlap, I can't remember what's the name of it, but it gives it this rustic feel, rustic look to it. It's the name of it slipped me, but it has this kind of rustic feel. I put a little bit, instead of putting a silver button, I put actually, this is more of a pearl, and actually I thought that was a really good alteration, something different than using a button. You could actually use these pearls, and I think that was really pretty, and I think that was a little bit different. If this is your theme, you could go ahead and use that. If you prefer pearls and this material, that's another thing you can use. The second thing that I did, and this was kind of me experimenting. I was just, you know, in the mood and felt like, oh, let me just do something a little bit different. That's kind of cool too at the same time. Oh, it didn't like that. So let me go a little bit higher. 1 second. Okay. So this is something that I did that I felt like was different, and I actually did pearls. Now this is if you're having something of a cameo wedding or something of a traditional wedding and you wanted pearls, or pearls was your theme. I think this was kind of different. Now I'm not saying you have to do it exactly like this, but just think of ways that would be different. And actually in the center is a pearl rather than a button. And these pearls, you could get a whole pack of them at Michael's for a really cheap price. And I just felt like that was pretty. Another one that I did, and this was really for the mother of the bride and the mother of the groom, was something like this, and I put a bigger button and they have another button and a button. Now you don't have to make it like that with the ribbon. You could actually take out the ribbon and just have, you know, the 2 roses with the leaves and the beading, and I made the stem a little bit curly to make it a little bit more on the fancier side. So these are just different boutonnieres that I did that I felt like was really inexpensive, but yet still it didn't look that bad, especially if your theme and you have a brooch bouquet. I actually felt like these roses gave you more of a theme rather than real flowers, especially something like this. This is so pretty, especially if your theme is more like a burlap kind of rustic wedding, you know, something more of a barn wedding, and you wanted to have that theme. This is a really pretty look to it. So just as usual, be creative, do something different. I'm gonna try to upload more videos. I know my viewing is really low, so aim is to get it higher. So I'm gonna have more videos, and I'm gonna do things that are more inspiring and ways where you can make your event, it doesn't have to be a wedding only, whatever it is, to make it cheaper and make it fun for you to do. My next video most likely be how to make these ribbons, these silk ribbons, because that's something that, you know, if you're looking at my videos and you say, well, you keep on mentioning these ribbons, these ribbon flowers, I don't know how to make them. So I'm gonna do a ribbon flower for my next video and show you actually how to make them and how easy it can be. You may have to watch them a couple of times, but hey, it's not that hard. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So stay tuned, subscribe. I'm gonna have more videos and promote your girl, and thank you for watching my video.